Can you update us on your roster, please, and your injured players and healthy players and all that?
It'll be difficult because I won't know until tomorrow, to be honest with you. Goaltender-wise, we don't know. Wideman day-to-day. Stoner hopeful for tomorrow. Smitty we'll see tomorrow. It's bruises, I would say, but some bruises are bigger than others. Who else was missing? So we'll see where we are tomorrow. So I can't wait to wake up tomorrow to know what the roster's going to be.
Is there a chance, though, that Craig Anderson may play tomorrow?
You know, with Craig, it's really day to day. Whenever he can make it, he's playing, and whenever he can't make it, then Condon is ready to go, as we saw yesterday. But it's really it's going to be a day to day thing. Whenever he's available, he's our number one, and we're going to treat him that way. And the minute we don't have access to the great things he brings us, then we'll deal with it.
No further update on Andrew Hammond then? Does it look like it might be a little longer than anticipated?
Again, this one's less of a day-to-day, I would say. This one's a bit longer, I would say, but we're not talking months here. We're just a chunk of days. There you go. How's that?
Are you in touch with Anderson at all? Do you text or call or anything, or are you just going to give him
No. Yeah, I think these moments now, we've been in touch when he was here, and we know where the process is heading, but all the specifics and all that, and I think we want to stay away from that too. They need their space, they need theirs, so it's important that he tells us when he's available, not when we need him. I need him every day, so it's. I mean, that's not something that I'll hide. He's our number one goalie, and he's a huge presence in our room. He's a big part of the team, and whenever he can make it, it's going to be positive for us. Whenever he can't, we'll manage.
What needs to be improved on going into tomorrow night's game? Satisfied with the win, obviously, but as far as the overall game is concerned.
Well, we need to continue the process. I think the penalty kill started, it was difficult at the beginning. Like I said, we're starting with pretty much same players that, were there last year. And, there's a reason why the penalty kill was struggling. And so we know that, and we're aware of that. And so we have a process that we've been following, and we stuck with it. And, the last games have been really good on penalty kill. Power play, the same thing. We know what the issues are and what we need to improve. But again, it's not a 2-3 weeks thing. It's right now we're moving along, we're sticking to it, and we want to make sure that we don't drift away and start changing things daily and mix the guys up and everything. We want to stick. Obviously, yesterday was tough because when you miss Stone, all of a sudden now you don't have the same two power plays. Just one guy changes everything. You got to put one on the other, Terry there. Then you really miss Terry on the other one who's controlling it on the other one. You ask some young guys to do things that the older and more experienced guys are doing. So that's not the way it goes. And so yesterday was more of a scrambling day, I would say, for the power play. Eric Mess. We had a rebound, Broussard in front of the net. We're the one thing I don't like about it is we're picking corners. And you look at most power plays in the league, the same plays. There's just a wrister at the net, gets through a rebound. So for us right now, it's to tap into what you see on most goals on power play, and they're the ugly goals. 78% of power play goals are ugly goals, not the one-timers, not all that. They're wristers getting through, they're rebounds, they're tips, they're jams, secondary, third chance. So right now it's that mindset that we're developing, and we're not there yet because we need to have a better ratio of those kind of plays versus the other plays. We need to do a better job of with our low plays, which I know the team's not used to. And so our players right now, we need to develop the low play mentality on power plays, not just the high plays. So there's a few things we're working on right now, and I see the normal development right now. So it's Is there any urgency in anything that we do? The urgency was the defensive game. That was from day one. That was our priority. And I was looking, I think we're 12th this morning for shots against. So, I mean, that's a gigantic jump from last year, and we keep growing every day in that respect. Scoring chances really good in that respect, too. Yesterday, their greatest chances came from the middle of the third to the end because they're given that push. So before that, we were doing unbelievable at the scoring chances against. So, and it's been like that for a while now. You know, if you look at their game against the Montreal Canadiens, who are supposed to be, you know, at the top like they are with a good defensive game. I mean, it was 24-3, the shots at the end of the second period, the previous. So Vancouver has been pushing, and they have been doing a lot of good things. They just haven't found the back of the net. So we knew that we need to take those guys very seriously and defend really well. And I think that we did. So in that respect, the team is really evolving in the right direction. But in the absence of some guys, we're demanding a lot from some guys that are not offensive players to come in and contribute offensively. And that's not fair. So that's why I'm very cautious and saying, okay, we need to score a bit more goals here and there. Right now, we're scoring to win games. We're defending to win games, and we got to continue doing so with the guys that are injured right now. I think everybody's buying into a defensive first mentality, all-in mentality, and that's why we're winning. Because if we opened it up and it became a run-and-gun thing, we would not be winning our games.
With Craig's situation and going all the way back to Roger Nielsen and Mark Reeds, I mean, the cancer hockey fest cancer game does take on added significant for this team.
Of course, it's our home one, but we basically kind of lived two already, so we're not getting used to it. It's not that. It's just that I think we're. Every time that it was cancer, one time was a real cancer day, and the other one we made it a cancer day. Really, when in the Edmonton game, because of the circumstances, and the opponent did the same thing, which I had a lot of respect for. So now it's at home. So yeah, I think it's a special day, especially what's going on with Craig and his wife and family. So it's I think it's dear to us in that respect, but I think also that day is very specific also. I think we're asked to dedicate that game to somebody that's close to us. So of course, as a team, collectively, as an organization, definitely have Nicole close to our thoughts, but at the same time, I think individually, whether it's, my father passed away from cancer, my wife's father has battling cancer right now. So I mean, everybody in some way or another is touched by cancer, either now or before, or will be in the future. So I think it's one of those topics that's sensitive, but that's, I think, necessary for us as an organization to be able to contribute in, and I think that's our way to contribute in. Wilfrid. Ouais. Il est mort quand j'avais 17 ans. Mon beau-frère, Dirk. D-I-R-K. Dirk. Archer House, yeah. So.
He's battling it right now?
Yeah.
How's he?
He had one operation now, and it went well, so we'll see. We'll see in the next weeks how things go.
Sorry, what was your late father's name?
Wilfrid.